I'm Jordan.
I'm Molly.
I'm Ray.
And I'm Natalie. And today, we are your hosts of a Real Talk Hill Talk, the official podcast of Robert T. Hill Middle School.
In today's episode, we'll be talking about the new online library, the upcoming robotics competition, the results of the softball playoffs, the soccer teams, election day, and the fall dance.
We are also going to be interviewing two Bryan Adams students about their high school experiences.
Are you ready to get
Real on the Hill? If you follow Hill's Instagram, there is a recent post about the online library Sora. This is a resource the school provides that has access to thousands of online books.
You also can install the Sora app from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. The school setup is Dallas TX. Your username is your student ID and your password is the last 4 digits of your student ID.
You are free to browse, explore, and even borrow online books.
In sports news, the softball team made it to the playoffs last week. The girls were very excited when they found out and played a great game last Saturday. They won in the first round and the playoffs against West Dallas STEM. Unfortunately, they lost the next game against YWSA. But they had a great season and Coach Saucier couldn't be more proud of them.
You may have realized that we do not have school lists next coming Tuesday. That is because Election Day is next week. This is considered midterm elections, but they are an important indicator of what is to come for elections in 2024.
The fall dance is next week and the theme is Glow Up. Be sure to stop by your local Dollar Tree and get some cool glow accessories. There will be food, candy, music, and friends. It costs $5 and all proceeds go to the Hill PTA. The date is November 11th.
If you're not busy, there are 2 Hill soccer games this weekend. They are both at Forster Field. Girls versus YWSA at 11:30 a.m. and boys versus YMLA at 12:45 p.m. Come cheer on our teams as they take on young women and young men.
There's also a robotics competition this Saturday, and it's at the Elvis Davis Field House, so come support our robotics team. Our teams are 505T and 505B.
Speaking of robotics, 6th and 7th graders, don't forget that STEM applications are open until January 31st. There are flyers posted around the school with a QR code for the application, and if you are listening to this on YouTube, there will be a link to it in the description.
Our last bit of news is a reminder to mark your calendars. Hill is hosting a community fair on November 17th. All of our clubs and groups will be represented, and it's a great opportunity to see what all our school has to offer for prospective students and families.
Today's hot topic is high school. We have invited several high school students from Bryan Adams to answer some of our questions. Here's the interview.
We are Natalie,
Ray.
Ariel.
and today we are interviewing high schoolers. What are your names?
My name is Joshua Campos. I'm 18 and I'm currently a senior in high school.
My name is Isabella Tapia. I am 15, currently in ninth grader.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about high school?
For me, it's more the interactions that I have with people, the freedom I can have with people. It's something, that you don't experience in middle school. You guys, you really can't go out. You're confined to school where we're free to do what we need to do.
What is your least favorite thing about high school?
The least favorite thing about high school for me is that going from middle school to high school, you get a bunch more people. It's a bigger school, bigger environment, more personalities you have to deal with. It's overwhelming at first, but you'll get used to it.
Do you think middle school prepared you for high school?
For me, I was already pretty prepared going into high school. I was always raised to be very mature and, be open to ideas and spaces, very adaptive. So I wouldn't say it really prepared me, but it did somewhat help me, with all the being able to interact with the other people and having to deal with bigger groups. Yes.
What are you involved in?
I am personally, I haven't joined any clubs yet, but I'm looking to joining the art club definitely the art club.
Do you go to any school events?
I starting my freshman year, I did attend a good amount of school events, but recently I've started taking college classes, so I haven't really been able to do any school events. But when I do have the chance, I do go to school for like pep rallies or anything like that, and I do try to go to any events that are there.
If you could talk to your middle school self, what advice would you give yourself for high school?
I would tell my middle school self that the classes in high school are actually much easier for me than the classes in middle school. And at Bryan Adams, there's less periods in one day than here.
Do you think high school is preparing you for college or trade schools?
So in my case, I'm currently in the P-Tech program, which means I started taking college classes my freshman year. So for my case, I do believe it has prepared me. It's showed me what it takes to be a college student, and so on and so forth. So yeah.
Is being a freshman in high school scary?
Very, very much so. Very scary. Like I said, you have to get used to more people around you than here because bigger campus.
So is it easy or hard to make new friends in high school?
It solely depends on the type of person you are. Like depending on your personality, your receptiveness to change and just things like that. It can be hard at times. I know I've found it hard at the beginning, but once you get used to the whole atmosphere, I do feel like it grows on you to make friends. It makes it easier once you get into it.
What advice would you give 8th graders now?
Like I said, get ready for the load of people you're gonna have to deal with. Get ready to take obviously more advanced classes than you already do, and focus a lot on your grades.
What do you miss about middle school?
Really, how I wouldn't say close everybody was, but back when I was in middle school, it was you basically knew everybody. But now in high school, you can go like a whole year of classes and then just barely meet somebody at the end of the year. It's something that you really have to get used to, just not being able to interact with as many people as you would be able to in middle school.
And that's all for the questions. Thank you for coming.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We also had a separate interview with a former BA student, Robert.
So now you've graduated, do you plan on going to college?
Of course, I am going to college.
Okay. What college do you plan on going to?
To Texas Tech.
Okay. Where's that, bro?
It's in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
Right-
What were
or
some
Red
things
Raiders.
that you did like through your past years of BA?
Well, I only went there for like a few years, so all I did was really play football. I worked on my engineering a lot, and and that's really it. Honestly, I didn't really do much because I was only there for like 2 years, and I had COVID and stuff, so it was hard. But yeah, it was fun. It was chill. I like BA. I enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy doing football?
Of course, man. It was amazing. It was a good experience for me, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So, I enjoyed it.
What were some things y'all did football?
Well, obviously we had team gatherings and we had our games and practice or whatever. But other than that, we had our team gatherings just connect with the players and the coaches. Watch videos, motivational, and our videos of our games and stuff just to motivate us. And yeah, it was fun though. It was fun.
Okay. Some other questions we have is like, do you know about any like clubs or any extracurricular activities that they had at BA?
I know a real good club.
Like besides football, were you in any other clubs?
Not really, but I really wanted to get into robotics, but I never did. But I should have, because it was a really good team. Mr. Fields was teaching that, and I know he did real good when I was there, and I'm sure he would do good now, even when the future kids go in, and yeah, just do good, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know like any other extra facts about BA? Like even if they're not really necessary.
BA is a good school. It's a good leadership academy. I enjoyed being there.
We really appreciate those Bryan students. Did you know that they were also both Highlanders?
That's all for this episode. Make sure to go to linktr.ee/Hilltalk to see all our socials. Check out our Instagram and Twitter at Hilltalk_DISD.
Our podcast is also available on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Anchor, and will be posted on YouTube. See you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.